My name is Joe Firo. I'm a 9-year prostate cancer survivor. It was so interesting. I had a sensation where my prostate was just a little touching feeling. And it was at that point that I said, I better investigate this. So I saw a urologist and they told me, Joe, you're in great shape, nothing to worry about. And they said, but you know what? We'll start to do a PSA check, blood work. And every 6 months, my PSA began to spike from like 1.3 to 2.4, then 3 every 6 months, then to 3.6 until it passed the 4 mark. And it was at that point where I had to be biopsied. I was literally only 46 years old, so I was devastated. Some of the big hospitals in New York told me that based on the biopsy, had I not completely removed my prostate, that I was too young for radiation, and one of the top doctors in radiation had told me, Joe, if you do radiation at such a young age, you'll wind up with a different kind of cancer down the road. You can wind up with bladder cancer, rectal cancer, and I was like, whoa. I did a lot of research and spoke to a lot of people that had this type of procedure done. I mean, listen, at 46, I wasn't prepared for a prostatectomy. There's no way. And you know what? If I was 66, I wouldn't be prepared for that because, you're talking about the quality of life. And I really didn't like what I was hearing. That's when the teachers and parents at my school, at my district, began looking all over, and the teachers found Dr. Dan Sperling's name, and I popped him up on the internet, and sure enough, I called him, and he says, Joe, come on down. Let's take a look at this. So when I came to see Dr. Sperling, he said, Joe, we can do this. You do have it aggressive. It was aggressive. I literally had, 3 tumors. And he says, but I think we can take care of this. And he explained to me that after the procedure would be done, there would be a very short period for recuperation, and I would be able to go right back to my normal life, and he was right. It was literally a week and a couple of days, and I was pretty much back in the gym, working out, maintaining a healthy social life. I mean, it was just fantastic. And yeah, I owe a lot to him. I really do. The procedure was, not that bad. It wasn't that bad. Of course, you're going to have discomfort. There's no question about it. But when you look at the variables, it's really a no-brainer. You're thinking about, once it's all done, what you'll be able to do versus what you won't be able to do if you have your prostate removed. Just that thought process in my mind said, Joe, just do what you have to do. Listen to Dr. Sperling. And, and he's really, he's not just a great doctor. He's a decent human being. My advice is to weigh, look at everything, write everything down, the pros, the cons, and really, like I did. And like I said, once I saw the options out there, I said, laser ablation is what I'm, going for. But when you can take action and be proactive and say, hey, wait a second, I have options, and you know what? I can keep my prostate, and I can keep my social life. I can keep all the things that make me so happy. I mean, you do have options, and that's the main reason why I, wanted to do this video. Weigh your options. Take the intellectual approach. Turn around and say, wait a second. Let me fly down to Boca. Let me go see this doctor and just see what he has to say. I must have spoke to at least 3 dozen men that had robotic surgery, and most of them told me the truth, what happens after that, and it's not good. Yes, 9 years, and it's, I saw him a couple of days ago. I says, you're an angel, man. It's like, thank God for you. you know, and I'm just so happy. You have no idea.